When Madonna sings, I am a material girl and I live in a material world, it's not just an artistic expression. She's discipling nations with lies. I don't really like talking about a Christian worldview, but a biblical worldview, because there are a lot of distortions in Christendom of what a worldview should be. So we have to go to the Bible to find out what the true one is. Well, a worldview is how you see reality. Possibly the most significant part of a Christian worldview for today's society is that in the Bible, new truth is objective, it's real, and it's knowable.
My name is Damaris Carvalho. At the beginning, I was a teacher in the middle of Amazon. And then I moved to northeast of Brazil, where I worked with street kids.
My name is Eduardo Vieira. I'm from Brazil. I'm a musician, I'm a mix engineer and broadcast engineer.
Every society is made up of a lot of different areas of endeavor, of work, of production. And some of them are the family, church, arts and entertainment, and celebration, sports, the industry and commerce, government, education. So it's a way of looking at society and getting it into a more manageable sectors that you can influence.
I'm working in this area of training because I love people. I think that's it. And I love to see the transformation that knowledge can bring to people. One of the things that I always welcome is questions. I believe that there is no better way to learn.
We're getting all this polarization all over the world, fed by artificial intelligence through social media, and it's all very confusing. Everybody sort of makes up their own reality. The trouble is that's not in line with what really exists. God is the great I am, and there is a rock-solid, immovable, unchangeable reality at the center of everything.
There are people that were called to do music for church, and there were Christians that were called to do music for outside church. In a church, people and the leaders and the pastor, they need to encourage the songwriters to do music for outside.
The musicians, the artists, are upstream from government. Government is a result of popular culture. It usually starts this way, with intellectuals in an academic atmosphere, universities. But they don't really have to deal with real life, so they're free to just think up whatever they want. But if they get artists to accept what they're trying to sell and put it into their music, that's how it gets into the general culture. And so they believe what their artists are singing.
Music and then art has like shaping and like directing us in one direction, and then the society is following that. Music can change lives.
Many Christian young people now don't have a biblical worldview, and it leaves people confused and constantly in flux and change and readjustments. So worldview makes a huge difference practically in the way we live our lives.
We're going to welcome those doubts. We're going to welcome people who probably think different. And I want to invite people to have this knowledge. And through the knowledge of who God is, they will be able to have freedom.
If you are an engineer, if you are a musician, if you are a doctor, love the Lord your God with all your mind, all your soul. Go out and make disciples.
In order to discover that, the way we have of discovering it and having confidence in how we're interpreting things is going to the Word of God. That's where we see reality.